Hello everyone, and welcome to Idiotic Ultimara Tutorials Galactic Civilzations III. In this series, I will be doing short tutorial videos on how to use certain aspects of this game. In this episode, I shall be talking about how to use the Planetary Govern section, which is an amazing tool if you don't mind the whole micromanagement thing. Definitely better than using the Empire-wide Govern section. To get to the Govern section on a planet, we must first left click a planet, and then click this Govern button at the bottom left hand corner. Or we could double click the planet and select the Govern planet at the left bottom hand side of this planet. So let's click that button. From here we can govern how the wealth or taxes, depending on which one you want to say, of your empire are spent within this planet. Circle in the middle, on the left hand side really of this window, is how you're going to spend your taxes. Each section of this has a specific amount you'll be spending on each aspect of this game. You can spend it on wealth, hammers or manufacturing, or beakers or science or research, depending on what you would call it. So let's go through a few little examples, shall we? If we put all of our money or our wealth or our taxes, production, whatever you want to say, up to wealth at the top, we now have 100% of our manufacturing production in wealth, which will give us 22 billion credits per turn. Now if we put it to 100% production or manufacturing, move, stupid thing, you have to click it correctly to move it, there we go. We get 23 hammers per turn. And if we finally go to the science section, we get 25 beakers per turn. However, by doing this you gain 0 wealth and 0 manufacturing per turn by putting it to 100% of any of them. To equalize everything, you put it in the middle, and it should give you 33% of everything. Well, 34% of one, because you always have to have one that's 34%. Please note that if you are not going broke, so if you don't have it at 0 wealth, I believe you're pretty much doing it wrong. The only time you want to create wealth, you'll actually probably want to do 100% wealth every time you want to create wealth. And that's pretty much when you're wanting to instantly buy something, or when you are actually near 0 billion credits. Otherwise, I would suggest having it between hammers and research. So on this bottom line here, because once you put it near the top, there. So between the bottom line between hammers and research, depending on what you want to focus on, depending on what you want each planet to focus on. Normally, I go for 50-50. If I'm not bothered by actually focusing anything, I go for 50% research and 50% manufacturing, especially at the start. Again, please note, however, that this circle does not affect the approval rating of a planet. I will discuss approval rating in another tutorial. So yeah, and I'll discuss how to improve or whatever, or get rid of your approval and what it does in another tutorial. Below this big circle you have how much wealth, research, and manufacturing this big circle will give you from this planet. And below this, we have an on-off button to use civilization production levels. This is dedicated, this is what your empire-wide production levels are. Again, I shall discuss your civilization production levels or empire govern in another tutorial. Now, for the right hand side of this screen, first we have this slider here that goes from 100% military to 100% social. Social manufacturing is building structures on your planet. Military manufacturing is how much of your hammers go towards shipyard building or helping a shipyard. The further away a planet is from a shipyard, the less hammers goes to that shipyard anyway, percentage wise. Where was I? Military to help shipyards, social to help build structures within your planet. Again, if this planet is not helping a shipyard, you may as well always have it at 100% social. Otherwise, I would suggest 50-50 is pretty good, unless you're no longer building buildings and then go to 100% military, basically. Below this, this slider part here, we have planetary options. The first part is an on-off button again for auto-upgrade improvements. I personally pretty much never turn this off because I know myself that I'm terrible for micromanagement. This allows your planet to automatically upgrade any improvements within any structures within your planet every time you research a requisite research tech. For example, if you research better factories, the planet will automatically upgrade any factories within this planet. If you turn it off, you will have to do this yourself. Again, I'm terrible at micromanagement, so I tend not to do it. Next, below this, we have 3 tabs. The first tab is to rename a planet. We shall rename this planet Richie James 1, as he is the reason I am doing these tutorials overall. Below this, we have set this planet that we're currently using as the capital. But because this planet is a capital, we can't do it anyway. There are some useful things about civilization capital, but we'll go over that whenever we discuss planetary management. And lastly, we have destroy planet. If you ever want to destroy a planet, which I personally never do, the planet will no longer be usable by anyone. It'll become a class 0 dead world. So if you're thinking the planet is kinda completely useless, or you're wanting to troll the AI or other players, just destroy a planet. It can greatly reduce the ability of AI to get near your homeworld if you wanted to. Anyway, that's it for this tutorial. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I shall be releasing more, as usual, over time. If you would like to see something specific, a specific section of this game, please comment below and I shall try to make it. Have fun everyone, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, and good luck on your galactic adventures.